My name is David Burgess, and I decided to do my artist management on Lucas Sebastian, also known as Dr. Luke. Dr. Luke played for the Saturday Night Live band. In 1997, he played for about 10 seasons, I believe. Dr. Luke is a world-renowned producer. He's worked with artists such as Bon Jovi, Kelly Clarkson, his famous artists Kesha, Katy Perry, Avril Lavigne, and also some hip hop artists, as far as such as B.O.B., Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, T.I., Flo Rida, Juicy J. I mean, the list goes on. This guy's a all-around producer. One thing I noticed with Dr. Luke and his career path is he started off as a musician, which led him to many connections that for these certain amount of artists. Normally, this is the I wouldn't say easiest way to go, but the most normal way, if you want to say, as far as getting placements and meeting so many people. He plays the guitar, both bass and electric. He does vocals. He plays the keyboard. He plays drums. Pretty much anything that you can set your eyes on. He you name it, he can play. Dr. Luke, he met with a producer named Max Martin, which started his close relationship into being in the industry. Max Martin is also a great producer and writer who's worked with many hits that actually helped Dr. Luke get his name and his career path out there. Okay, so Dr. Luke, of course, came into a lawsuit with Kesha, and this is where my learning curve and experience begins with him. For one, I am also a producer on my way to the top, as they say, trying to win Grammys and everything. But for the lessons I learned with Dr. Luke, the first one would be that you never know who you can meet uh, inside the industry. Me being a drummer and a musician, I've met a lot of people, not on the producer level, but on the level of just meeting people and greeting people. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That saying is definitely true. Um, the lesson too that I would say is keep working hard. I mean, Dr. Luke, I can't remember his age, but he's pretty much up there, and he didn't get his first hit, big hit, until in his late 30s. And just the same thing, I think of him along with people like Quincy Jones is it's just it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to get there. It's just what are you gonna do when you finally get that opportunity? Are you gonna be prepared, or are you gonna, let the opportunity pass by you and you're gonna waste it? Um, a third lesson that I would learn from him is definitely be careful who you allow into your label or your company. And make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's, definitely, because especially with this lawsuit with Kesha, sometimes I understand that it's hard to make people happy. It's hard to make everybody happy. You can't possibly make everybody happy, especially inside a company, full of writers and everything. But the lesson I will learn from this is I would definitely try to check up on my artist and make sure she is all right. And they're claiming that Dr. Luke said some things he shouldn't have said, and I would just throw that in there as well. It's like, in the media's eye, be careful what you talk about and what you say, because they can take something and just throw it, twist it all the way around, and people will feel horrible about you, and it'll mess up your reputation. I was reading, and it said something about, they felt Kesha felt like she was having all these, charges on him about sexual harassment and about battery charges and everything, and it was just on and on and on. I viewed the case, and it was pretty bad. But I would just say, if they were in a relationship on the low, as they say, or whatever, just be careful who you get involved with. You definitely can't mix business with pleasure, because it will never work. Things could break off. Either you could have a bad falling out in the studio, or you could have a bad falling out, and it will never be good for, for business. So strictly keep it business at all times, no matter what. Try to definitely continue to push it towards that way, because it just won't it just will never work, you know? So, but all in all, I to me, my opinion for Dr. Luce, how far as his production style and everything, it doesn't change. He's definitely an inspiration to me in my life. Um, what I would do for differently, just for me and my artist, I know for me, I would definitely just want to work with one person closely. With the exception of Dr. Luke, I look at people as far as Quincy Jones, Timberland, Missy Elliott, Jay Z, just Diddy. Like they work when they get an artist, they work with them for a while and they stick with them. Um, well, let's not say Jay Z and Diddy, but as far as Timberland and Missy, they had Aaliyah, and you know Quincy Jones, who had Michael Jackson. They just had that one artist. I think I would take the role of just having just that one artist, working with that one artist, and developing and building a relationship. Because whether guy, girl, man, or dog, when you build a relation with somebody and you giving them that attention, that attention span, they'll begin to trust you. And you have to have your artists trust you, whether it's a business deal, a music deal, or anything. They have to be able to trust your judgment and be comfortable with that. So that way, and it also helps with when the media comes at you with something and they try to misconstrue your words or take things different or try to make something big that is not. The artist could they can definitely say, hey, I know that person. They're not that type of person and they wouldn't do such a thing. So that's my take on that.